We are going to begin this project by reading through the instructions on Canvas. There are 4 sections on your gallery page: the navigation bar, the gallery of your favorite things, a video, and a web page. To start, we are going to click on that Try It editor, and this is the same editor that you are going to use for the page. So we know how to add a heading. So I'm going to put my favorites here using H1. Then make sure that you change your page title to My Gallery page. Last week, you've learned how to group elements by using div. So we are going to use div for all the pictures in our page. And because we are going to be specific about this grouping, I'm going to use the class. And we're using class because we are going to have multiple divs in our page. So in this div, you can insert an image using img-src. Make sure that you specify width, and let's start with 180 by, and then the height would be 160, and we can adjust that later on. Also, make sure that you have alt for alternate text in case your picture doesn't show. And then add a description, so I'm just going to put description and replace it later. And so if I run that, there's my picture 1. Notice that I have picture 1 and description, and I'm going to copy this about 8 times. So 1, 2, I'm going to run it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are 8 now. So I can do picture 2, and this could be picture 3, picture 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I said 6, right? Okay, good. Now we are going to insert the pictures in every single one of those divs. So the first picture would be, I like, one of my favorite things is going to the beach. You click on the picture, right click on the picture from Google, copy image address, and then you are then going to paste that inside the pics. Whoa, that's too much. Way too much. So let me find a different one then. Maybe this one. Copy image address, and we'll see. Okay, there's my beach. So for the description would be beach. I particularly like white sand beaches. It creates this teal and blues and all shades of blues that you can see. All right, and the next picture would be, I like cupcakes, so I'm gonna put cupcake. And I think I used this example. So right click, copy image address, go back, and then put it inside a quotation. And then there you go. So the next one would be, let's say I like Starbucks. So I'm just gonna put Starbucks. I particularly like caramel macchiato, which is not here. This is frappuccino, which is fine. So I'm just gonna copy that image address and then paste it inside. So as you can see, we are just replacing, or we are putting the source of our image inside a quotation. And every single value, so this is your property, equal sign, a value is always enclosed in a quotation mark, because if you do not, then it will make everything red. That means there's an error on your code. Okay. So as these pictures are placed in our page, you can see that they are actually stacked versus flowing right next to each other. We are going to change the CSS in a little bit, okay? Then the next one would be, I like fajitas, so I'm gonna put fajitas. Okay, copy image address and then paste it here. I'm going to change the descriptions on every single one of them so that simple. Okay. And then this one would be, I like Starbucks. And I like fajitas. Okay, so you can continue adding more pictures. So I said I like seafood as well. Forgive my dog. All right, paste it here. Now I'll change the description to seafood. And lastly, I said I like to travel. So I can choose that picture. You know what? I like GIF. So maybe here's how you would Friday GIF. Uh, okay, I like this guy. So right click, the same thing, copy image address, and then I'm gonna paste it here. And then run. Okay, so now I have pictures that are stacked on top of each other. To make sure that they flow, we are going to add our style. Just under your head title tags, you put style. Make sure that you end that style tag so that you don't have an error afterwards. And because we've used a class here, that means we are going to call or refer to it with a period. So period pics, curly brace, okay. And then we are going to specify how wide and how tall our div's gonna be. And I've mentioned earlier, I want it to be like a square division. So I'm gonna put div 200px, height would be 200px, padding so that they're not close to each other, and then border. You can specify the border however you want, but for this example, I'm going to use 5 pixels and solid, and then the color is 502, which is kind of like the deep red, almost like maroon. And I like my border to be a little bit circular on the side, so the radius is going to be, it's not going to be a straight edge. So I'm going to put radius as 15 pixels. And then margin as well as float. We're going to float this on the left side of the screen, and then we make sure that the alignment is center. All right, with these CSS in place, the styles in place, we are able to float our images. And if I'm going to resize, it's going to float however wide your page is going to be. Okay, we're halfway there. We are then going to add, make sure that we add body. Okay, I want for my body, I want the text to be aligned, center, and then I want to add a background color. So background color, I want it to be gray. Boom. So now it looks like what I just had. I'm also going to specify H1 And for each one, all I want to do is change the color. I like light blue. All right, this is all you need to add your pictures, and then you can definitely add more pictures to it, but you can just copy the div class and then replace the pictures. After adding all of the pictures that you need for your page, you will then have to make sure that you back up your code so that you don't lose it. So to do that, you click on any line of your code and then press on Control A or highlight from doc type all the way down to HTML, right click and then copy. You are then going to open a Google Docs. So here, go to your docs and then add a new blank document and paste your code right here so that in the event that your text editor fails, you have your backup copy of your code, and make sure that you save it as your gallery page. So let's say, for example, you had to start new. You always have it in your Google Docs, Control A, Control C, and then paste it here, Control V. Run it. It's as if you didn't leave the page, but you have it in your Google Docs just in case. Now, if you're going to add new items, like for example, I'm going to add here, I'm going to add a navigation. So I'm going to use nav. I'm going to use nav, the div, another div, close this div, and I'm going to use ID because I'm not going to reuse this for my navigation. Say I'm going to put ahref. I'm going to put Google since that's one of my favorite websites, and then ahref equals sign. I'm going to leave it blank for now, and I'm going to say any travel page. If I still have the travel page from my previous project, I can put the link here. If I don't, then I'm just going to use another page that has your favorite destination. Like I like to go to San Francisco a lot, so I would copy the link here and then use that into my page. And if I run it, here it is. Now I have my travel page and my Google page. And because I added a new element in my page, what I need to do is right click and select all to select that copy and then replace my gallery page in Google Docs. So then when I go through it, it has the new added element. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can customize your link.